Supercar shopping with a 300k budget.
For £300,000, you could buy a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or a McLaren. But what if I told you you could buy a supercar for £300,000 that you've never heard of? As a kid, we all dreamt of one day owning one of these supercars.
Crash.
But today, I'm going to show you a supercar that potentially surpasses them all. And if we can get it at the right price, maybe I'm going to buy it. The thing is, this supercar is not in the UK. It's actually 1,000 miles away in Austria. So let's go on the road and let me show you this unbelievable car.
And then he's buying it.
Now, all of these supercars, which we all dreamt of buying, like Ferrari and Lamborghini, what is it that makes us want to buy one? Is it the looks? Is it the sound? Is it the speed? Okay. Or do we want the car brand that has the clout that people recognise? Without doubt, Lamborghini, Ferrari and McLaren tick all of those boxes. And in this modern day world, we do love to be seen in the coolest brands. But what if I tell you there is a car that I'm about to show you that also ticks all of the boxes and is arguably even better? But it's a brand you will have never heard of. Would you buy it? Let me show you the KTM Crossbow GT XR. That is so mint.
Looks nice.
Look at that. I am a chav, and that is definitely a beautiful, massive, that's very GT3RS. Look at these horses. This is next level. This is totally me. Totally me. And you haven't even seen the best bit yet. There's one very special part, isn't there? I'm very lucky to own some incredible supercars,
Project One.
each special in their own way. But each year, as new models are launched, we seem to be losing the soul of what a supercar once was. Technology, electrics, emissions and safety seem to be making these dream cars less magical. Yes, the cars are getting faster, more horsepower and more stable, but I don't think this is necessarily always a positive. Now, I love race cars. I own quite a few. A rally car, rallycross car, the ultimate Gymkhana car, and a crazy Gallardo GT3 car. But what if we can get that racing car DNA, but mixed with a supercar, which is then somehow road legal? Let's dive into this KTM and see if it is just what the automotive space is missing.
Content as I eat breakfast.
Nice to meet you.
I call me.
Thank you.
I'm watching car
Michael,
videos.
please tell us
I
about
watch this guy's video.
the big stats on this car.
Well, in front of it we have a 5-cylinder engine, 2.5 liter, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, 500 horsepower, but 1,160 kilograms only. That means power to weight ratio is everything for us.
Okay, let me give you some context to that. A Hurricane has 140 more horsepower, but it weighs nearly half a ton more. In 2025, it seems like all the supercars are now electric assisted. Revelto, SF90, Temerario, the 296, all the latest and greatest supercars, but they are all hybrid. But this is not for green and not for saving Wales. It's performance based, smoothing out those gaps and lightning fast quicker gear changes, which are literally quicker than the blink of an eye. But it's making them closer bit by bit to the boring electric car. So has the KTM fallen for this trend as well? Wheel drive?
Rear-wheel drive, yes.
Hybrid?
No, it's a pure and honest combustion engine.
And is that something you want to stop to?
Yes.
It's really interesting to have almost like an old-fashioned petrol, like bang car in this day and age. It's just crazy. But the KTM does break the rules. It feels like the classic days of a driver's supercar. But if you are not quite invested yet, let me show you some crazy features which made my jaw drop.
What do you mean fake
Stuff
noises?
that I haven't seen on a road legal
I've seen
car
cars that I
before.
like, but how
Let's
the
find
often
out what
sound.
else
I hate
this
them.
car
That's
has to offer.
like the Taycan. The Taycan does that.
Yeah, Mark, right now to give you more details about our
the
car
ladies are
and
making those
specifically on this
But the
configuration,
Taycan,
we can see
I kinda
starting
like
with
it,
the
I go
rims,
loud.
which you can get in 5-bolt or center lock. You can get the brake system in ceramic or steel brake. By the way, we are using the Audi R8 steel brake system in ceramic as well as in steel. This customer just decided to get beside the official homologated camera monitor system also our analog mirrors from the GT2 race car, so he would like to have both on it.
So that goes to a screen.
Correct, we have a double screen inside.
Yeah, look at this. Look, there's no wing mirrors on a car. Now this has been done before, once. A car called an Aston Martin Valkyrie. A
Fuck it, let's go
hypercar
buy this
which
car.
would cost you
I don't have the money for
£3.2
real.
million. So two different variation of wing.
Correct.
This is still a big wing.
It is, and it was, configured for the street car, but the fixation points are the same. That means you can even switch between these and that. So we have customers that ordered both. If he goes on a track day, he mounts the GT2 on it.
That's brilliant. And the more and more I look at this car,
What do you mean
I
he
think
orders
this is
both?
better looking
How
than
do you
the
change?
Lamborghini Reese.
Yeah, big time. This or a Hurricane Path.
Yeah, yeah. Like it seems like a lot of car for the money. A supercar is meant to
3
stand
million
out.
shots.
Since my very first supercar, I've seen people stop, stare, even take pictures of that car they aspire to have. I was exactly the same. In fact, I still am now. A supercar has to drive epic, but it should also turn heads. But the next feature on this KTM is something that will blow your mind. Now this is next level. Right, ready? I press this button on the key.
I knew there was gonna be a video of entering the car, but I didn't see no door handles.
This car has a canopy that opens like a fighter jet. There's no other reason why
So
not
niggas
to
want me
buy
to
that
jump
car.
in and out of my
It's
car.
just- And the interior is just as crazy. Exposed suspension,
What in the Batman world
futuristic
for real,
camera
bro?
mirrors, and
Bro,
lightweight carbon fibre
imagine you're out to the boys.
Yeah, I knew it
You're
was
coming
gonna
out of
be
the car
good,
like
but
this.
This is even
How am I
better
jumping in
than
and
I
out,
imagined.
bro?
I personally have been
Niggas have
looking
lost
for
the
a
plot.
supercar that is special.
How you expect me to
different
get
anything
videos
else
of
you
jumping
see
in and out
on
of
the
my car?
roads. And
Be
this
serious,
KTM,
bro.
well, it's totally unique. What would I compare it to? The closest thing that I can think of is a GT3 race car. But is this KTM perfect for me? Well, I need to drive it. Oh my God! But first, one more crazy feature, which for me is the icing on the cake.
And this is from racing as well. We have a removable steering wheel, so you can also put that on a bar when you go for a drink instead of hockey.
Imagine that in the harvester.
Nah, that food
One asks
smells
for a refill
nice.
Coke.
I go loud.
Look at that.
My
That
brothers
is
opened the
everything
door.
apart from
You
Reddit
got in the
size.
whiff. Oh,
That
no.
is just...
And
That
if you
food
hear the
smells nice.
mechanical noise on it, that is
Wow.
It's just amazing. This to
Magnetic
me
pad
is
was crazy.
what this car's about. Like this literally is, I remember from motocross, ready to race.
in all our DNA.
What?
In all-
Really,
you know,
Kwame?
we have the
Ain't
orange
no
blood,
way.
For this product is just an end result out of it. The
Ain't
logical
no
consequence.
way. What branch
Lots
is
of you
this?
watching this now will be asking, who the hell is KTM? Well, they haven't always
Yeah, I
made
knew there was
cars,
cooks
but what
today.
they have done is make
And
plenty
CBA
of
bank.
World Championship winning motorbikes
CBA going to
to
give us
a
like bank.
ridiculous level. I've had KTM motocross bikes for many
Crazy.
years.
What? But them niggas didn't steal
KTM have been
no money,
making
I'm telling you.
motorbikes since 1956, and they've won every World Championship they've entered.
Is this an ad? Bro has it as well. They took chairs and desks. Yeah.
To build a car, but with the same DNA.
All them
And
shits,
that's
bro.
where you
I'm
might
telling
have
you
seen
right
a
now.
KTM
If you
before,
go to the streets
Crossbow,
tomorrow
a full-blown
on a
track
busy
car
day,
hero that has
those
slowly
desks and
over
chairs will be
15
there,
years
bro. Big soul.
developed into this. A GT championship car for the ultimate in closed wheel racing, beating Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens. They have the racetrack well and truly covered. So this is a road car derived from the GT2 race car.
We divide from all the other OEMs that we build a race car first. Try to win on Sunday before we build a road car out of it.
Love it. Race on the Sunday, work on a Monday, and it looks very race car. You can see I am very excited about this car, but there is a big but. The big brands like Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche and McLaren have decades of evolution and improvements. They have invested hundreds of millions of pounds in development. So if I am going to buy this car with my £300,000 budget, I have one major worry: reliability. Before we hit the test drive, Michael gave us a tour of the factory and explained some very important information. Now this is very cool. I've been lucky enough to buy quite a few Lambos, and I've been one of their best customers for years. I have visited the Italian factory 4 times, and I've even seen the production line, but I do know I'm one of the very few which has done so. At Lamborghini, I wasn't even allowed to take my phone in, so sharing this unrestricted KTM tour with you guys is very exciting.
What you can see here right now is an official crate from the next batch of engines we received directly from the Audi factory.
And this is the 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine, used in some of the most legendary Audis, like the TTRS and the RS3. And good news, it's extremely tunable. So standard, this crossbow has 500 horsepower, but could easily be upgraded to way more. But of course, like any engine, if they are pushed too hard, they can go wrong. Now this is by far my biggest concern. What do we do if the worst happens, or even if I just want a simple service? I would be buying a car from a factory 1,000 miles away from my home, and there is definitely no KTM Redditch. In fact, there isn't even a KTM car dealership in the whole of the UK. Do I have to do a huge road trip to Austria once a year just to get it serviced, or even worse, do I have to dust my old spanners off?
And the benefit we have is, because of our close relationship with Audi, all our chassis numbers will be integrated into the Audi system as well. They are using the same onboard diagnostic. That means whenever a customer has a problem or an issue with the car all around the world, he can go to the next Audi shop.
So they'll plug in and then know what that car is?
Yeah, they see the history of our car in their network.
Wow, okay, that's amazing. So I can take it to my local Audi dealership, which is 8 miles from my house. Also, the close Audi partnership throughout this car also helps relieve some of my concerns. As subscribers, you will know, which by the way, you should all be, the supercar brand I love most is Lamborghini, and Lambo are owned by the VAG group, Audi. So my current cars, which I have vigorously tested, are already Audi based. So KTM have partnered with a company I already have big trust in. Let's learn more about the carbon tub this GTXR is based from.
Right now we are at the center heart of our car, 3 layers of carbon,
Just the design is what they
stiffer
made.
than steel and only 89 kilograms.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You just pick up the car.
You just picked up the car, yeah. Here you are protected up to the shoulder face, you know, when you're sitting inside.
So that's a safe option as well.
It is, it is.
I think this is a brilliant part to show to my wife, Jane. Basically a safe version. This colour, I think the orange against this blue looks amazing.
Nice idea. We have to talk about it in detail. And then you talk to your wife.
Yeah, you can talk to my wife.
I'll do, I have no problem with that.
This is the production assembly line. I work every day in an engineering factory in Birmingham. Not quite as clean as this one, but production manufacturing is an exciting topic for me. So no robots?
Definitely no robots. Everything is handmade here. It's in pure manufacture, as you can see, and everything is handmade on our side. And of course, we also have customers coming to us, visiting the factory. They would like to see where their baby is built.
So they could see their car at this stage?
Ah, yeah.
Modern mass-produced cars are built by robots to cut costs. Robots are fast and efficient and turn up to work the Tuesday morning after a bank holiday. But that sausage factory production line loses that personal touch that us petrol heads love. But the KTM brand seems to have a great balance. High performance proven parts bought in from a company with decades of experience and unlimited budget to perfect reliability, and then hand assembled by long serving passionate humans proud of the car and the brand they work for, and then finally tested in-house in Graz, Austria, around the factory, the local streets and the nearby racetrack, the Red Bull Ring.
For example, on the road car right now, we did 50,000 kilometers on the road before we released it. So that's not usual for a small manufacturer like us, but we want to be sure.
But before I make the huge decision on whether I buy this car or not, I want to know if it drives as good as it looks. I need it to be better than the supercars I have at home already on the driveway. So KTM have given us the keys to a car and we're allowed to test drive it. Clearly not seen the channel before. Whilst we're on our way over there, if you've had car finance between 2007 and 2021, you might be owed thousands in compensation. That's because lenders will sit in control. Clip for spot.
Quick advice for the ladies: don't wear a skirt when getting into the car.
For me, the
Exactly. She just gave a reason why this shit is stupid, bro. What if I'm taking a bad bitch on a date and this is how she has to enter? She has to jump in the car? Oh, bro.
sliding forward canopy on this car is the huge wow factor. But with no swingy doors, you have to climb gracefully over the high-sided monocoque to get in, which is not easy.
This nigga is wearing the
especially
tightest jeans
as
I've
my
ever seen in my
naked knees
life.
No longer bend,
Yes,
mainly
Nirvana.
down to
Put it ready.
KTM motocross
Sound.
tires.
Get him.
Cut.
Nah, they just keep on opening this
Oh,
door. Nigga, I'm
that's
getting a
ridiculous.
view without food.
Perfect.
What?
Already sitting in this car, it feels so different to anything I've been in before. How they got this card road legal is a miracle.
Go get the
Lights
food, bro.
here,
Nah, come on, man.
lights.
Yep, indicator. Yep.
Oh my
And
God,
windscreen
bro.
wipers. It's just.
Nah, let me go get the food real quick. Come back,
Then
Chad.
most important part, of
Very
course,
full,
start
bro. Oh,
stop
nah.
button.
Everyone.
Oh, nah, bro. Like it's time for me to eat, bro. It's time. I'm coming back, bro.
Looks to take my head off.
That's how it
So,
closes?
the moment of truth. I've been looking forward to this car for months. It looks like a supercar, it sounds like a supercar, but does it drive as good? Or maybe even better than the Italian giants I have in the UK? Oh my God. Oh, this is mental. Needs some temperature in the brakes. But just a few meters in, it already had us smiling. How cool is that? Even the wiper's cool.
Not the engine?
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Oh my God! Driving this KTM reminds me of my first ever drive in a supercar. Feeling that elevated new experience for the first time. The KTM is unique and exciting. Imagine this round the Cloverleaf in Redditch. Imagine like pulling up to school and letting Senna out of this. No doubt we are off to a good start, but to buy this car over a proven Italian supercar alternative, it has to be at least as quick as one. So let's put our foot down. We span up then. Wow.
This is next level.
What a car. I feel like I can lift my head like that. This is a bit of me. I can feel every bump. I can feel the connection through my feet and hands. I can even feel it through my big ears. Oh my life. I am a little bit terrified about stamping the throttle pedal.
What is only wet and rear wheel drive?
And it's not ours. The wet is holding us back. So before I make that final decision, we decided to take a break and waited till it dried up a bit so we could get that full experience. Honestly, that as just a toy by itself is amazing. Like between us now.
Let me see that.
Oh, thank you so much for watching these videos. I'm usually stuck in a factory in the middle of Birmingham. Now we're traveling places all over the world, testing ridiculous cars like this, driving hypercars. Just my life has just turned into just so much fun. And it's all thanks to you, all of you who are subscribed. Just wanted to say a big thank you and I love you to Jane and Senna, because obviously you're a massive part of what we do and you sort of don't get to experience stuff like this as much as what you should. So thank you for being you. Now it's stopped raining and it's only very wet as opposed to very, very wet. Let's gamble and see exactly what this KTM is made of. Whoa! This is absolutely stunning.
That's amazing.
Some car, isn't it? That is some car. This is the most exciting car I've ever been in, without a doubt. The vision in here, like all I can see is screens and numbers and digital. It's very, very modern. Sounds unbelievable.
It feels so fast. Does it feel like planted and stuff?
Like it feels like we're like on the road, doesn't it? Not above the road.
Yeah.
It feels like we're sliding along the road.
Hopefully we're not sliding.
This has got to be one of the coolest cars, and I've been lucky enough to be in some amazing cars. Like this is more exciting than any Lamborghini I've ever been in. SF90. Like I'd say this is as cool as a P1, which is a £1.2 million hypercar. The steering wheel's very special. Should we see if it comes off now when you drive it?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I suppose it would. That's something to test if we actually buy it. And am I going to buy it? I am definitely not hiding how much I am enjoying this car. So far, it has ticked all of the important boxes. It looks stunning. It costs. That was amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
We've had an amazing day. Now, the big one. The cost landed into the UK for a Crossbow GT XR.
You would like to ask me, of course, about British pounds and the gross price, including taxes. I would say at the moment, with the currency exchange rate, we are talking about £340,000.
So 340. Okay. £340,000 is obviously a huge, huge amount of money. And there are some very special choices of cars on the market for that sort of money. Lightning fast Ferrari SF90s, best sounding ever V12 Lamborghini Aventadors, but all of these cars have lost big chunks of money. So if this KTM can keep a residual value, I think I would be willing to take a gamble on the very first KTM GT XR ever to come to the UK.
I can definitely tell you that the proof is here. Limitation works, and we are talking about an totally limited production of 80 units per year for the worldwide market. So you will get a totally exclusive and limited version, and we 100% agree in the stability of the value of the car.
But this is still supply and demand. Small manufacturer numbers of course has to help, but if they make 80 a year and can only sell 40 of them, limited numbers is irrelevant. Having said that, this is a car I do really, really want. And if they make the full 80 cars for the next 10 years, it will still be more rare than a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. And I really think when we show the world this car, lots of people are going to want one. But the badge. It's a KTM badge. Money is very hard to earn, and that's what worries me about this. It hasn't got that Lamborghini badge, but we've already seen that Lamborghinis are starting to lose money. So is this a fantastic change for our channel? Let me know in the comments if you think this should be our new car, or if you think there's anything else we should consider in that price bracket. I absolutely love it. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m.
I don't think it's a good buy. I ain't gonna lie.